Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review for you. It's a product that there was a lot of hype about and I knew I had to have it the second it was released, and that is the Nars Debbie Harry palette from the Andy Warhol collection. I got it, I guess, about a week ago, a little less than a week ago, and even though I'm doing Project 10 Pan for the month of October, I still got this because I bought it at the end of September technically. So, I'm not breaking any rules. Um, Now, when I was waiting for it and before I bought it, I looked around and tried to get reviews or swatches, and there wasn't a whole lot out there, and what was out there was pretty negative, so I was hoping that it would all be wrong. Unfortunately, they weren't wrong. So I'll go over the palette, give you swatches, and then give you kind of my viewpoint. So here we go. This is the packaging. I mean, it's probably like glaring like awfully right now, but there's not much I can do about it because it is like mirrored. Um, I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. It's almost, and then I mean you have the palette on the back, but it's in the package also. Um, I almost like want to keep it because the packaging is so awesome, and you'll see what I mean like when I open it up. So this is what it looks like inside. You have these two like papers in there. The first one is this little card, and it has the Debbie Harry painting, and it is Get the Look, and it's how to get this specific look right here on Debbie Harry. And the next one is a little booklet, and it says Nars Andy Warhol, and it has pictures and quotes, um, not only of Andy Warhol, but from Nars himself also. So, cute little thing. And then you have the actual palette. Now I have already opened this, so I actually filmed an unboxing, but I was about to go for a run, so it's kind of icky looking, so I didn't put it up. Alright, so the palette, I mean, it's pretty big, and I love the packaging, how they kept their traditional package, but they added, the little extra of it being Andy Warhol and the silver and everything. When you open it, there's a quote, and it says, I always say one's company, two's a crowd, and three's a party. I'll quickly show you, but I know you'll get the glare. And then here's the palette itself. The colors, I mean, I'm sure you've seen pictures. They're beautiful colors. It looks beautiful. It's kind of weird to me though that like you have these like vibrant eyeshadow colors, and then these are so muted. I mean, I get it, you don't want to be completely overdone, even though the Debbie Harry look that you're supposed to be getting is kind of overdone. Um, but it seems like with such vibrant eyeshadow colors that you would go for vibrant colors to kind of, make the palette pop. I mean, hello, it's Andy Warhol, so. Um, Now, I had already known that it was going to be glittery, but when I got it, I was a little bit surprised by how glittery. Everything has silver glitter, and not just like a sheen or a shimmer, but silver glitter. And I don't mind putting like one glittery thing, maybe two, on my face at one time if they're very strategically placed, but so much shimmer, not that you have to use all these at the same time, but it's pretty overwhelming to look at it and see everything with shimmer in it. Um, I I was excited to try it, but I feel like the second I opened it, I knew like it probably wasn't for me. So I'll go ahead and do some swatches. Let's start with the color that I was most excited about, and that is the like the teal colored. I was looking to see if they have names, but they don't. Eyeshadow, and then you have the purple eyeshadow, the white eyeshadow, and the black eyeshadow. I mean, the black eyeshadow is pretty nice. I mean, minus the fact that there are complete chunks of glitter in it. Now, a good thing that I'm noticing, or at least so far, and I mean, I've only used the eyeshadows, um, once or twice, and besides, like, swatching them. But, you know how sometimes glittery shadows, or at least the ones that look really glittery in the package, the first layer will be super glittery, but underneath it's just, like, a little bit. These seem like it goes all the way through, so that's a good thing. So, these are the swatches, and then, how am I going to do it? Swatch on my hand. That's what they look like. I don't know, they look so good in the palette, and they look good here, especially that black, like that's a great black, but like they just, I don't know. As far as like wearability and when I really wear that enough for it to be worth the however much money, let's not even say, that I spent on it. And then for the blush, let me make sure I got that all off. You have this like mauve color, um, super chunky glitter. I just, ugh. And then the highlighter, right next to it on my middle finger. The glitter, oddly enough, in the highlighter is so much finer than the glitter that's in everything else, which is a good thing. I don't know, I just swatched it without showing you. It's a good thing, but then it's so weird. Like, why would you... That's the highlighter on top, obviously, and then the blush. Why would it be so different? Out of all of the pieces, I say the highlighter is the best. But if that's the best thing out of a palette that's this, you know, that's supposed to be this great and that's at that price point, I want to say it was 67. It could have been more, 65. That's not more. That's less. For the highlighter to be the best thing, I mean, I have fantastic highlighters. Why would I need to spend that kind of money when my favorite thing out of it is just something that I already have several of? Now, I think that I will be returning this palette. Unfortunately, the packaging is not enough to keep me. I love the packaging, like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. And if it was like, you know, a bunch of blushes or I don't know, anything else, it's just too glittery. The colors aren't enough to get me super excited about. I seriously doubt I would wear anything except for the highlighter and the black shadow, and I rarely wear black shadow, maybe as a liner. Um, it's just like what I'm used to quality-wise from Nars products, it's just not as good as what I'm used to. In comparison, their Foreplay palette, not that this has anything to do with the Andy Warhol palette, but their Foreplay palette is fantastic, and I would definitely recommend this. I don't know how much longer they'll have it, or if it's going to be a permanent part of the collection. I don't think it is, but this is really, if you like Orgasm Blush, then I think you'll love this palette, because I love that palette. But the Andy Warhol palette, not so much. It's going back, especially because Friends and Family is about to start, and I think I'm going to get the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I know that's even more expensive, but 20% off is a good deal, and it's something that I'll have forever and ever and ever, so I think it's a good investment. Let me know if you got the Andy Warhol palette and you actually love it, because I would love to know if you get to me in time. I would love to know how I could make it work if I kept it. There's like a 90% chance that I'm not going to keep it though. So if you have any tips, let me know. I don't love it. I love the packaging. I wish I could keep the packaging and put my Foreplay palette inside of it, or a powder inside of it. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Everyone that I looked at or read about, I agree with them. I wish I could say like, oh, I had a fantastic experience, but I didn't. Let me know what you think, and have a fantastic day. Bye.